Alright, what's up YouTube? Johnny Butters here. Gonna show y'all some proper optimization for Call of Duty Black Ops 6. And there's only one key ingredient. Well, a couple key ingredients. Okay, let's go to the graphics settings real quick. Do not put any frame limit on the game. It's messed up, it doesn't work. You can set it to 145, 120, whatever your refresh rate is, and it'll like shoot the frame rate below that. It doesn't work. So keep this on unlimited. Next, you want to go to quality. If you're on a lower end GPU, I'm on a 6700 XT. So I like to play around with the render resolution. And then this is also a feature that is slept on. You want to set this between 100 and 150 max. If you go above 150, I'm on 1440p. It might be different for 4K or 1080p. But the more you raise this, you're going to really start to see the quality of the image decrease. Like it really start to get blurry. So 150 is my limit. If I go to 160, it's going to really start to look like crap. So play around with that. Again, try to keep it in the 100 to 150 range. Find a sweet spot in combination with the render resolution. Do not use any upscaling because it doesn't work. Something's wrong with the game. Hopefully Season 1 will offer some performance tweaks, better performance for PC. We will find out, and hopefully they fix this. But for right now, just use Fidelity Cast, and then again, play around with the sharpness. Where's that at? Right there. I like to do 38. Again, I'm on an ultra wide 1440p monitor OLED, so I like to shoot around 30, 40-ish. You don't want to do it too much because then it starts to just look too sharp. Next up, we have probably the most important thing, and that is to limit your frame rate, whether it's through a FPS limiter or you can simply just use rivatuner. So I have my monitor set to 144, so I set the frame rate to 144. You will be surprised how much of a difference this makes. The frame rate without it is all over the place. You'll spawn, you'll be at 90 frames a second, then it'll jump to 165, then back to 130. It makes no sense in this game. The frame rate is all over the place. So what you want to do is set a frame rate limit. Again, with rivatuner, I have mine at 144, and as you can see with those little stats in the top left, it's a pretty consistent frame rate. So now let's jump into a game, and I'm going to show you how consistent it is. Alright, we're about to jump into a game, and again, I want you to pay attention to the frame rate. Now, when you spawn, it's kind of maybe drop to maybe the 120s, we'll see, and then it'll instantly jump back to the 140s, and it's going to stick in the 140s, high 130s throughout the entire match. Now, if I don't know if I mentioned it yet, I'm on a 6700 XT for the GPU and a 5800X for the CPU. Always forget I don't have to reload. See, when you spawn, the frame rate really drops. I don't get that. And then it jumps back to 140.
Hardpoint is secure.
Alright, now I'm going to turn off rivatuner and watch how the frame rate kind of just goes crazy. 145, 157, 137, 118. Whereas if you limit it to, let's say, a little bit less than your refresh rate, let's say you got a 165 hertz monitor like I do, Alienware ultra wide, I'd rather limit it to 144 and get a more consistent frame rate than having it jump all over the place. I can even limit it to 120 and then get a pretty solid FPS, consistent FPS. Look at that frame rate jumping around. Crazy. It should not be doing it. I'm not moving. Nothing's happening. Makes no sense. So again, my suggestion is to use a FPS limiter, not the one in the game. Rivatuner, you do not need MSI Afterburner, because I know some people have issues with MSI Afterburner, with crashes. You just need Rivatuner, limit it to a specific frame rate you like, and you should see more consistent frame rate than it jumping around all over the place. See, now I'm noticing some more stutters and skips, a little bit of screen tearing. It's not terrible. It's fine. It's definitely playable. But I'd rather keep it at 144. Alright, back with the rivatuner, 144. Again, frame rate's jumping on a little bit, but again, you see it's way more, it's not as drastic, nowhere near as drastic, which means you get smoother gameplay. This is so much smoother than what I just had it at with 165. So, hope this helps some people out there. Again, Season 1, hopefully we see some updates. We will find out. I'm playing like crap, but whatever. Honestly, very happy with the performance so far. Took a little while to tweak the game and figure out what works best. But I'm enjoying this so far. Visually, it looks fine. It's not maxed out like I had it on the 7900 GRE, but for right now, it's perfectly fine. And I am happy. It's very smooth with the controller. I've even been playing with keyboard and mouse a little bit too. It's not bad. The movement is definitely more trickier. Controller is definitely better, but it's pretty cool. So hope this helps somebody. Again, limit your FPS with rivatuner or some type of FPS limiter, and you will see a more consistent frame rate.